The Broncos win preseason game number 1, 33-6. I'm Phil Milani alongside Aric, DiLalla, and Sidney Jones. Aric, let's start with you. The quarterback battle. Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater both look pretty sharp.
Yeah, they both played well, Phil, but Drew Lock probably had the little bit better day. He was explosive out there. 80-yard touchdown to KJ Hamler. He was 5 of 7, 151 yards, 2 touchdowns. No interceptions, no turnovers, moved the Broncos down to the red zone on the first drive, then 2 more touchdown drives, so he was really good. And then Teddy Bridgewater, toward the end of the first half, early in the second, he was efficient like always, 7 of 8, 74 yards, just 1 touchdown for him, but also led a field goal drive, so pretty even overall, but Drew Lock probably gets the edge just because of that explosive play to KJ Hamler. He can make those deep throws.
Yeah, I thought that he looked very sharp. Any separation that you saw?
I mean, I'd give the edge to Drew today, but I don't think they're going to make a decision before that Seattle game. Need to see it again. Need to see one of these guys stack a couple games in a row. But like I said, Phil, this is what you want. You want to decide between 2 really good performances. You don't want it to be decided by default because one guy doesn't play so well. Today, both Teddy Bridgewater and Drew Lock played well. But like I said, slight edge to Drew today.
The defense also very impressive on this day. They had a safety, and then the other big touchdown from the defense from Pat Surtain.
I know, Phil. Rookie's first Broncos game and gets a pick 6. I love to see it. I mean, he read that route, like a book. I know that sounds cheesy, but he did. The defense, like you said, as a whole was phenomenal. I mean, the secondary kept it close on the receivers. I mean, especially in the red zone. We had so many pass breakups, in the end zone that they really kept us in the game.
Yeah, Caden Stearns played well, another rookie out there, and another surprise, maybe PJ Locke played really aggressive out there. Sidney, who is your biggest surprise? I know Trinity Benson had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't know if I would say Trinity Benson is my biggest surprise solely because he has actually played pretty well during training camp. But yeah, he had a huge day, had 4 receptions for 36 yards, 2 touchdowns like you mentioned, Phil. He was able to get separation and get open when he needed to.
And then, Aric, let's wrap this thing up. What was your final takeaway from a long week out here in the Twin Cities?
Yeah, just that one, I think the quarterbacks took that step, so that's important. But the depth of this Broncos team, Phil, I'm really impressed. They just outclassed the Minnesota Vikings from top to bottom all day long. The pass defense was impressive. They ran the ball well. The quarterbacks played well. You didn't have any of the first-team defense. You didn't have many of the first-team offensive line members. Cortland Sutton didn't play, of course. And still, you can just see how George Paton has kind of built this roster. It's really encouraging both for the immediate future and for the long-term future of this franchise. So good to see. Got to keep it going next week in Seattle, but a really positive start.
It's just a preseason, but there's a lot to be excited about here. The offense really moved the ball very well. The defense played very well, and we'll see if they can keep it going. 1 more week left of training camp, and then they got the Seahawks on the road next Saturday. That's going to do it for us, though. For Aric, DiLalla, and Sidney Jones, I'm Phil Milani. The Broncos win 33-6.